Hello everyone and welcome back to the GasGas ES700 rally build series. Today is Christmas Day and I'm taking some time off in the garage. It's still pretty cold today, but tomorrow we're going to be seeing 9 degrees Celsius and I plan to go off-road. Before the bike is fully off-road ready, the way I like it, I still want to put some accessories that I think are pretty necessary for this bike. And in the end I'm going to show some parts that I got from KTM that are going to go into the rally tower build, and I will explain what I'm going to be doing with them. So tag along. So here we've got the engine covers from the 3D Motor PL. Carbon fiber, total weight about 200 grams. One can see that they are more of not so professional manufacturing. The edges have kind of a wave pattern that are not cut too straight. From here as well. Yeah, there are a couple of artifacts that are very common to carbon fiber production, like the spin holes here and there, but I don't mind them because they're going to be on the outside of the engine. They're going to catch a lot of different debris, rocks, they're going to wrap against the boot, so they're going to get damaged anyway. So their main purpose is to protect the engine cover from being punctured by any rocks that are gonna heading its way, or I'm gonna be dropping my bike on. So yeah, what I'm a little bit concerned about is the inner side of it. The surface from the inside is kind of raw, really rough. What I want to do today is to apply something similar to Plastidip. So it's a liquid plastic that it comes in a can spray, and 5 layers should be sufficient to cover it with a relatively thick layer of rubber kind of material. So that's supposed to protect the surface of the engine cover from any kind of rubbing of the paint. So we're gonna start from applying a masking tape on the edges, like so that we don't spray it all over the outside. Now I'll have to shake for 2 minutes at least. Now we're gonna degrease the surface and clean it a little bit with a nitrous solvent, if I will open it. I'm gonna start by applying very coarse first layer. This thing is nasty. I should open the doors now. Now we're gonna wait 5 minutes between the layers, and then we're gonna apply 5 layers in total. This should give us a nice, relatively thick layer of rubber. Rubber spray coating came out nicely. At least it looks nice. It's not too thick from what I can feel and see, but it now exposed all the imperfections in the manufacturing process that you can see, I hope, on the camera. I mean, if you are for the looks on the inside, then definitely 3dmotor.pl production is not for you. I don't care too much. I wonder what these labels are. You can see ST here, or 31, 37, I don't know. If you have any knowledge about this symbol, please let me know in the comments. Otherwise, I will now have to try to put it on. The coating feels rubbery to the touch, definitely not harsh as it was before, so I'm pretty happy how it turned out, even though you can see that there is a lot of burrs and dimples and whatnot. I hope this is not going to be too much of a trouble. Unfortunately, in order to put the engine covers on the motorcycle, I will have to remove the bush plate with which I had so many troubles putting on. Let's see the difference between the original bash plate, the engine guard, 619 grams, 618, and the one from AXP comes at a hefty 1,868 grams. So the two engine guards sit together at 280 grams total. So the cover on the left side, I have to squish it in, but it fits well. I don't see any interference from the gummy layer inside. The only thing I need to do now is remove bolt here and underneath here, and let's hope that no engine oil is gonna come out. And in order to ensure that, I'm gonna lean the bike over to the right side. So that's a T30, I believe. Yes. And here. Now let's act quick. Need to put the lever bit here. It's firm. I guess it's. Let's see how it fits. Well, actually, it now fits very tight and uneven, maybe even. But let's put the bolts back together and see how it will work. So always be careful not to twist the thread. I hope this is not the case. No, the thread is all straight. Not sure what other torque specs here. I'll redo it once I know about them. Looks very nice. Now on the right side. Now on the right side, the cover goes in like here under the oil. I guess it's an oil pressure sensor oil line. I need to press the brake pedal a little bit, and then it needs to snap on without any issues. Bolts are here, and the one on the swing arm. Same T30, I believe. Let's try to put that on. Always check if the bolts are different length. Sometimes they are different. You really don't want to mix them together. Which is the case here. The one on the right is shorter, the one on the left is longer. Don't have any issues, that fits snug. And I'm really happy how it looks like. The tolerances are fine in my view. Let's put the bolts back on. Normally you don't need too much torque here, in my experience. I'll have to redo the bolts and tighten them to the spec after that. What can I say? Looks really nice. On the other side, same nice. Very well. Well done, 3D MotoPL. So we're gonna start from installing the filter cap. First, we'll have to remove that. pull on that latch. There we go. The seat is off. Now let's put some paper in that, paper towels. Yep. There's one ball that's underneath. And it's surprisingly not a hex screw. Yep, it's an 8. There we go. So I'm gonna put the screw back. Just not to lose it. So I guess this one we need to reroute somewhere down the bottom. On mini motorcycles, the people own the reroute, or it's already coming from the factory like that. The cord is too short, I believe, so needs to come out somewhere here. I have this universal brake line, brake cable, universal brake cable, bought at the store. See that the fastener is squeezed together, so we'll have to undo it now. This one is definitely longer, but the problem that I see, just not sure how to put it back together, because this one has a spring that will push this latch back, and this one doesn't. Because we have slide changer plans, this cable is just too short, but the one that I have here is not really suitable without special tools. I will have to modify it. I will have to put a spring here, just like so. So I decided I will just attach a cable here, some sort of a wire, and I will route the wire through the frame and under the panel here, so I can just pull by the original cable when I need it. So the best thing I found was a piece of this round wire. I'm just gonna wrap it like this. That should be enough. See how that will work. So the problem here is that if I pull by that cable, then that loop are gonna catch by a bolt here, and I'm not gonna be able to release the latch. So that idea definitely is not gonna work. Change your plans once again. I think we're gonna keep the cable here, just not push it against any kind of wiring here, and route it alongside this line, and we'll pull it from here. Let's see if that works. Well, obviously it's a very hacky solution, and it's not going to be permanent, it's just temporary, before I figure a better cable solution here. But I guess it works. Now we're going to remove the old current gas cap. Now to some scaling action. The old assembly comes at 173 grams. The new one with all the cables at 303, 303 grams. Let's put the old O-ring here. Connect the breather. Everything comes in very nicely. Guess these bolts go here. One. I guess one we have to put through this retainer. Through this. And screw it on. I guess it's another change of plans. We're gonna undo the filler cap, and then we're gonna put back the tail part, and then we're gonna screw it back on again. One thing that we'll definitely want to do is to put a piece of zip tie here on the breather hose, because it's too loose and I really don't want it to be open. So I'll pull the breather hose out, put the zip tie on, put the and we just tie it together. We're gonna cut off the excess. Here we go. Now we can remove the paper and screw down the gas cap. Beautiful. The filler cap is on and it looks pretty good. Next thing, I'm going to remove the stock heel guards. I'm going to replace them with NICECNC that also serve as a luggage strap points. We need a T40 Torx. And the same on the other side. The original ones in total 170 grams. I just found out that you can use original bolts with it and it's still 172 grams, so 2 grams I think more than the original one. But the NICECNC are aluminum and they come in red. I always like to apply a little bit of Loctite on the thread so that I am sure it's not gonna take off easily. Just a bit. Nice and tight. All the European motorcycles mainly use Torx bolts. I don't like how when you put accessories they always come with hex bolts, so I like to reuse the Torx bolts. Looks very nice. Next, we're gonna replace the original case guard with the one from a well-known website branded HEIGOAL. I'm gonna start from removing the existing guard, that's T30. And T40 on the right side. So here we have 2 bolts that are longer and thinner, one that is thicker and a bit shorter. I guess that's the T40, and we have 2 dowel pins, so it should, or distancers, that should go here and here, I believe. It comes with a mud slicer, I believe. I don't know how this part is called, but on the original one it resembles the original geometry. So it should sit like this with the short side on the outside. The 2 dowel pins are gonna go inside these openings. They're the same size, so I think you cannot go wrong with that. I'm gonna undo this bolt. Hopefully nothing will leak from here. So we're gonna start with these longer bolts here. So they're all the same distance. So what I don't like is that this piece now is open, and we need to do something about that, I believe. Based on what I understand, this has to go on with the short side out. But it doesn't. In the end, the longer side is out, because otherwise this slicer is touching the chain, and that's not what we want, definitely not. Here we go, the case saver is installed and looks not red, but still very nice. I guess it's another 230. It slots in here on this round part and it should stay intact. I mean, it will break off definitely if something crazy heavy duty will get caught into the action. But yeah, we'll see. We'll try to put it on. Well, what I like about the concept, it doesn't just protect the sensor here, but the whole wiring is protected by that. But it is very snug. Let's try to put it in. No, it doesn't go in. What if we try a bit different approach? But we thread it in first. Then we try to wiggle it in. Yep, just like so. Let's make sure that the cable is not pinched anywhere. And there we go. And the ABS sensor and the cable is protected. Cool? Whew. And I think we're done for today. And I really love this personal touch, some real hardcore customization to the bike. Yeah, let me show you what parts I got from KTM and what I'm gonna be doing with them. Whew, it's been a busy day, and now all the parts that I wanted to put on the bike today are on it. I'm gonna show you now what the parts that I've been talking about. First is 450 Rally Factor Rally Replica windshield. That's gonna go on the bike. There are some additional parts like this light frame, light mask, some bracket, some sealant, and stone guard here. Of course, it doesn't go on the bike automatically. This is GasGas KTM 690. It doesn't have rally tower in stock. You cannot buy the parts in order to put that. What I'm gonna be doing, I'm gonna 3D scan my motorcycle, I'm gonna 3D scan these parts, and I'm gonna design the navigation tower around that to my needs, to my requirements. And yeah, I'm gonna own the design, I'm gonna own all the production of it, but that's the thing with me. Whenever there is a new hobby, there is the new idea with multiple options on the market, I do my research and then I come to an idea to actually build something myself, design something myself. Yeah, that requires, and that includes buying a lot of different tools, which in my case was a 3D scanner. I have a 3D printer already, however I had to buy a larger one, don't tell anyone. Yeah, so I'm very excited about that. The process is always very exciting and a lot of fun. Let me know what you think about the parts that I put on the bike. Let me know what you think about the idea of building your own rally tower. Maybe somebody who did it already can give me a couple of advices. Please stick around, follow this series. It's going to be a lot of fun and very exciting. Subscribe, like this video, and yeah, let me know in the comments what you think.